Hey y'all, it's Nana A. We are back at HarvestBay, our Friendsgiving Island, and we are going to make a harvest parade. I decided to do this up front. As soon as you get to the island, the first thing you can do is enjoy the parade and then make your way to the back of the island for the rest of the festivities. So, the first thing we're going to do is make, I guess, the big finale of the parade. And I watched Crispy at Crispy Crafts make this float, so I'm using what she did, hopefully. And we're just going to do this little cliff right here. And I think it's like a 5 by 6 or something like that. But anyway, we're just going to do it until it's big enough for what we want. And I did keep the road right there because this is where the parade started. So this is kind of the end of the parade, the big finale. Okay, I think that's good. Gotta get my ladder. Okay, so we're going to go up here and we are going to put down just a code, kind of a fall code, just to give the floor of the float a little color, kind of cover up the grass there. So we're just going to fill this whole thing in. If I can stop removing it. This will be coming out right after Halloween. So I hope y'all had a great Halloween. Fun times. This will be the first year that I didn't do anything for Halloween, I think, on the channel. And I know I was a little bummed about that, but we take care of what we have to take care of. That'll be next year. We'll have a big Halloween next year. And also, I haven't been able to talk about um, the new update, y'all. I kept telling everybody one was coming out next year. Nintendo listened to all of us, and I just want to add thank you, Nintendo, for the birthday present. It comes out January the 15th. My birthday's January the 16th. So, thank you, thank you. But y'all, there is so much to unpack in that whole video. All the new things in 3.0. It's just mind blowing. What is y'all's favorite thing, do you think? I kind of like it all. I kind of like the megaphone. I mean, how many times have I been running all over the island looking for that last villager just so I can get that Nook Mile accomplishment done and can't find them anywhere? And um, being able to go on the Dream Island with y'all and build, do terraforming, do decorating. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. It is going to be so much fun. And plus, I can have help with terraforming that I am not good at. But um, the resort, having Captain and his family there is great. I can't wait. And the multiple or the ability to do multiple items in a crafting. You can do, I know it showed 3 wardrobes or whatever. And you can do that anywhere on the island. It's not just for what you have to submit there for Cap'n to take. So that is awesome. And let's see, what else did I like? so much. The new characters, the Zelda characters, the Zelda items. There's like 28 of them, I think. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. The Legos items, being able to design different room sets for different NPCs or villagers in the hotel. And that way you have new villagers coming to your island that you didn't invite there and you can enjoy them. And when I say invite, I meant as part of your 10 villagers. All of that is so exciting, y'all. And I know there's so much that I've left out because there was so much in there. Um, I just, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. So let me know down in the comments, what was your favorite or favorite things? Um, or I should say favorite thing or things about the update. What are you most looking forward to? Oh, another thing that, I mean, not only increasing our storage space, but now we can store trees and shrubs and flowers. You know how many times my pocket has been full with those things that it would have been so much easier for me just to pop them in a storage shed and go on instead of having to find a place on the island out of the way to put them until I'm ready for them. Oh, this could be a game changer for me, y'all. And I think now, between now and then, I'll decide which island that I want to start with, and I'm going to start getting it ready for the update. You know, getting all the materials I can, getting all the Nook miles I can, all the bells, because we don't know what to expect other than what was shown in that video. So I just want to be prepared. But anyway, I digress. I got off on a tangent because I am so excited about that update, y'all. I cannot believe it. Cannot believe that they actually listened to us. Y'all, I have to tell you, I got a lot of surveys to do from Nintendo. I mean, there for a while, it was like every other day they were sending me a survey. And I think they quit after a while because every time there was a blank spot for me to put type other and then give an answer, I would put, could you please give us another Animal Crossing game? We just need another Animal Crossing game. Or, you know what would be nice? What would make the experience better? A new Animal Crossing game. And I just, I know they were like, nope, we're not. No, don't send her anymore. Because every time that's what I would send them back. So I guess they got tired of all of us saying, we just need something new. And they did it. All right, now I'm putting on the table some fall items. Um, I really didn't know what to put, but this is a harvest parade. So I wanted to keep it more fall Thanksgiving time than fall um, Halloween. So I put as many things on there that I could think of that would represent that time of the year, with a few Halloween, like the candy sets and stuff. But okay, now up here, I spent a little bit as I was going around doing the tables and setting everything up. What do I want to be in the middle of that float? I'm like, well, it's a harvest parade. We did harvest items below, so we're just going to hang on to that. So I'm using a tree bounty archway as like the entrance to our float from the front. And in my mind, when you're watching it, that's what you see is through that entrance. We're going to put some festival items that represent like the colors, like the orange, red, or fall colors. Not my usual purple. And I want to kind of do that like keep the theme harvest is what I was going for. And it really took me a few brain cells to figure out harvest. And we decorate this with a mini harvest feast. We're going to use the Turkey Day hearth. I couldn't decide where do I put it? Where do I put it? And I don't know. This is always the hardest part for me. Well, not always, but sometimes. Where do I put items? Nope. I want you to be able to see the fire of the fireplace. But then I was like, well, it's from the front. So do I want to put it where, keeping with the parade, looking through that archway, you'd be able to see the front of the hearth? Or do I put it to the side so when you're on the island or we're doing the tour, you can see it? I went with y'all. So we're going to put the hearth here. I have some Turkey Day decorations. There we go. And then I bought some of the chairs and the tables, and we're just going to do an outdoor feast, a mini outdoor feast. One of the other required bills is an outdoor feast, but this is going to be a mini one. Just as a representation of our island, of our parade, what we're doing out here. We're coming together. So what better way to do that than a feast? Everybody likes to eat in the fall and around Thanksgiving. I know I do. I actually enjoy cooking more than I do eating it. I know that doesn't always make sense, but I do. I like to cook for my family. Not that I don't enjoy eating it, but I do like to do the cooking. We're going to put one right there. Then we're going to push this chair over. We don't have to worry about getting to the other side after this. So, yeah. We put our feast in the middle. And it's ready to go. Got to put that back because you know I'm going to kick that up probably again. Okay, now the next thing I did was, what do I want to see in the parade? What? So then I was like, okay, floats, other floats, but what do I have to work with? And what is the one thing that we have that would make good floats? The pumpkin. Doesn't have to be Halloween. And then we're going to use the little springy ride-ons to pull it. I used to love going to the parades. We don't go to them as much now because it's harder for me to get around, and of course we don't have small children. So that's why we don't always do the parades and the mazes anymore, but I used to love to go do them. I still would love to go do them. It's just sometimes it's not physically possible. We learn our limitations. So now we have our pumpkin. So the next one is a big old purple elephant. Y'all knew purple was coming in there somewhere. Y'all knew it. Big old balloon. You know they have all those balloons like on the Thanksgiving Day parades. That's what I'm kind of taking this off of, outside of the harvest feast idea. Y'all know they have them big balloons. We got to have the turkey. Yes, I know that's not a turkey, but it is in this parade. Let's see. What else can we put down there that would be good? Got the balloon. Got a few floats. Oh, hmm. Now, I am going to add some more uh, seating possibilities on this side as well as just like I did on the other side. We're going to add a few garden wagons, and we're not really sure if I've seen too many garden wagons in a Thanksgiving Day parade, but they're going to be in ours. Just to show the flowers that we're proud of and how they make the island pretty and fall colors and all that good stuff. Now, I am going to increase the road on out. I think I'm going to leave nooks here, and I probably will eventually bring Abel Sisters up, but we're not going to do that this video. This video is all about the parade and putting down roads. And y'all know, y'all have heard me say before, I am not good at city core. I'm not good at building roads and sidewalks, but hey, the only way you're going to learn to do it is do it. So I figured I'd start out with something kind of straightforward and not too hard to do. I'm sure that this part will change many, many times. Not the parade, just the sidewalks and the road. I have a really bad habit of putting something down, going, okay, it's done. And then coming back a few days later and going, I really don't like that. Do y'all do that too? Y'all do that on your islands? You put something down, you're like, yep, this is it. You come back after you've had a good night's sleep and a little bit brighter and rested, and you, oh no, why did I do that? No, we're not. I do that a lot. Okay. We're going to put some seating over here. Of course, you have to sit down and test it. And we're going to keep it the same as we did on the other side. We're just going to move it to this side. Oh, we have an interested party looking. Yep. He's going to sit down and wait for the parade to come by. That is so cute. He spends a lot of time up here, I will tell y'all. He does like a good parade. I kind of wanted to keep it symmetrical, which is something else I do not do a lot of, but I kind of wanted to this time. So let's bring this there and that over. All right, I think we're good there. So to finish out the parade, we're going to add the tricycles. I don't know if you've ever seen it in your hometown parade where the little kids come along on their tricycles. Sometimes back when I was younger, it was big wheels. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but it was so cute. They're always so cute. Now, I think it's more of the battery powered cars Jeeps you will see them in. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're still so cute, no matter what they're on. All right. We have all this. I still need something for the very front. Now, the one thing that I'm very disappointed in Nintendo with is they stopped doing the balloon arches for celebration of the years. I think at 2021, right? They could have kept doing that. They could have kept doing some of the things. They could have kept giving us an anniversary cake, but they didn't. So we're going to use the last one and the one that I have access to as the front of the parade. And it's going to be representative of just a big ball of balloons on each side with strings that somebody's holding and the balloons are flying to signify the start of the parade. Now I thought, this looks good, but is it finished? No, it's not. Because all the parades that I have been to over my um, 57 years, almost 58, as far as I can remember, as far back as I can remember, they have always thrown out candy to the kids. Now, I haven't been to a parade in a long time, so I guess I should not say over all those years. I haven't been in a while, so I don't know if they still do it, but when I was attending parades, they always threw candy out to the kids. So we're going to put some candy, some Halloween candy, some probably lollipops, anything to represent them throwing the candy out. Now I'm going to try to refrain myself from putting any candy in front of where it may come from. So this will be the kind of like the beginning and end of the candy because we want it to be where people are in the parade. All right. Now, what to do with Nooks? This I can tell you will not last. This was just a little spur of the moment. Put this up while the parade is going on. And we're just going to give Nooks a little help there. Add a few more chairs, just some last minute things. Nope, too far. See, y'all, he loves a good parade, I'm telling you. Loves a good parade. I don't blame him. Now for Nooks, I really didn't know what to do. Maybe some cotton candy, a candy machine, maybe. I don't know. I just wanted to put something out there that Nooks put out. They're selling while the parade's going to pull customers in. You know how you will see some vendors set up and they're selling hot dogs or cotton candy or popcorn. Well, that's what I wanted the guys to do. But it was really hard for me to decide exactly what I wanted them to do. Because you really can't do anything in the front part of that store. I hope they change that too, because you should be able to. You can with the houses, and you can with Abel's also, but you cannot with Nooks. They don't want anybody to decorate them but them. But we're going to go ahead and pull the sidewalk on out. This will probably change. If I keep the road, I may go ahead and extend it on out if I pull Abel's down. And, but we'll see. All right. I forgot to put the lollipops down. So we're going to put them down. And this is my problem with decorating too. I start on one thing and then I'm like, oh, I forgot that. Then I stop that one thing instead of finishing it because I won't remember the thing that I forgot in the first place. So I go do it and then I forget what I was doing and it becomes a whole process. But somehow, eventually, it gets done. Maybe not the way it started out, but all right. I want to put something down for the cotton candy because we have those single cotton candies that Red sells, and I kind of wanted to put some of those out in front of the cotton candy stall. All right, we're going to put that back out there now that we have a sidewalk. Guess we could have left it on the grass because if it was put up at the spur of the moment, wouldn't necessarily have a sidewalk, but we do. So I put a table down so I could put some cotton candy on the table. You could come up and pick out some cotton candy and have a good treat to go along with your candy. Get really sugared up, and oh yes, the ants. They were a pain. Again, I was so conflicted about this area. How much did I want to put out there? What did I want them to sell? I put a camera out, and that's so people can take pictures. I don't know if you've ever done that, like at a wedding reception. We used to use disposable cameras. We would put them on the tables, and whoever's sitting at that table could pick it up and take pictures. And then we had a box that you drop them in, and they would be developed, and you would have extra pictures of your wedding. So I thought we'd have some extra pictures of the parade. But let's go take a look and see how it turned out. Let's see what our harvest parade's gonna look like. We got the camera and a bag to put some goodies in, maybe your candy. And you can sit here and watch the beginning of the parade. If you're late, I guess you would be more down here and watch the end of the parade. Or you're early and you get here and you get to watch it go past. So it could be good either way. We have our different floats. We have some balloons, the carriage, and this is our main float. And like I said, on the tables, which is the merchandise tables, with the same pattern that I did with the simple panels. It all has, I did not put any in the back. They all have fall representation on them. Even the holiday candle, I got the gold brown one. And then of course, on the float, we made our picturesque hometown comfy feeling Harvest Fest. And of course up there we would have a family and waving but sitting down to eat, and it would just be so wholesome and so nice, and it makes me miss my hometown. We're still are small, but yeah, it's a good time this time of the year. Nice to feel together with friends and family, and I'm so thankful for this Friendsgiving challenge. Thank you, Kailey, for pulling us content creators together. This, my friends and family, I know you're my family. This is our Harvest Day parade. Now, I probably will end up putting something right here as pulling the float. I forgot it to put anything in my pocket. It'd probably be a tractor, but we'll see. You know, it's one of those I forgot and went on to something else. But anyway, I hope you're enjoying this series and are having as much fun as I am. But don't forget to hit the like button. Leave me a comment below. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Come on in, be part of the family. Everybody's welcome. And of course, I would like to give a big shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much for being part of the garden. You know, I love y'all so much, each and every one of you. So don't forget to ring that notification bell so you'll know when my next video comes out. And until then, bye y'all.